So, Sam, I've been playing an old game in a new way. I've been playing Plants vs. Zombies Replanted. What a name, right? It's essentially, it is an HD remake, remaster of that very original Plants vs. Zombies. Did you play Plants vs. Zombies? I'm sure you've played it, right?
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
mean
it's a classic.
we're talking about the classic pop game, right?
Yes. Yes. 16 years ago or so, the first
Oof.
Plants vs. Zombies. I mean, I think I ended up playing that on everything. Um, at some point, I own it on everything. The only problem is it's not on my gaming platform of choice, which is this guy right here. Or
Oh,
wait,
to the
or
Switch.
wait, is it? If I had turned this on, oh, there we go. If I turn it on, you'll see it actually is on this platform. Look at that. It is on the Switch 2. It is on new platforms because it has been re-released as Plants vs. Zombies Replanted. It is, like I said, HD, up-resed version, remastered version of that original game. Carries over everything from that original game. So um, it has all those modes that we loved, right? It's that same type of gameplay of tower defense. It really is those original games. But what they've done is they've used they've gone through, they've kind of redrawn some stuff, they've used upscaling features, they've added a few new features in there as well, a couple extra modes. The basic stuff that we know about Plants vs. Zombies, it's still that same game. It's got smoother animation, which actually is kind of nice because it almost feels a little different with the smoother animation, with like when you're playing at like real high outputs on I've been playing it on Steam Deck and Switch too, and it's like, well, butter, like the butter in the game. um just it's really nicely animated, so it it almost feels a tiny bit slower because the animation is so high. So, but thankfully you can speed up the walking, you can speed up the gameplay. There's like a little button on the bottom right that you have to tap. um so yeah, it's all that old Plants for Zombies stuff, all the same, those original levels, the original enemies, the original zombies, the zomboni, all the cool stuff. But for me, the joy is kind of playing this again for the first time, right? Because they've released it. It's kind of being kept up in sort of a Game of the Year edition. You got the old versions of the Xbox kind of still floating through the Xbox ecosystem, but this new version really is sort of the love letter. Like, hey, let's visually and sort of control wise bring it up to speed. Now, what's nice playing it, especially on the Switch 2, is it's touchscreen, which is really cool because I've played the game touchscreen before, but this works really well. Touchscreen, dragging the plants, dropping them into place as the zombies are showing up, dropping the cherry bombs, things like that. And So that's all cool. The additional stuff is neat too. They have a couple extra modes that they've been built into it. There's sort of this cloudy day mode, which as you're playing, it'll get cloudy all of a sudden, and then the sunflowers will produce like half or none or far fewer sun. Um, they'll go dormant, but then also the plants don't need as much sun to grow, so you have to kind of balance certain aspects that way. Zombies will move at different speeds, and so it's kind of a neat mode. It's almost like not necessarily a hard mode, but it does mix up the level gameplay a little bit, and it plays it on those original levels. Then you have this thing that's truly sort of a hardcore mode. You get only 6 seed packs to choose from, so you only choose those six different plants, I guess. And it's once you die, you're dead. I mean, it's a complete single run. You have the same amount of lawnmowers. You have this, you have that. It's like once you die, you die. There's no way to recover, and you're very limited in your play. And it's really to see how far you can get. And again, at the very beginning of the game, it's very easy. Then you start getting into those other biomes, it starts to get a little more difficult. But I mean, it's that original Plants for Zombies, man. It's just the same game. It still feels real good to play. It's just nice to have it again on some of these newer platforms in a more native way. I do like they include artwork from like across Plants vs Zombies. This is meant to be sort of a celebration because it's the 16th anniversary of Plants vs Zombies. Just a weird number, but whatever. But they've grabbed sketches and things like that from across the eras. Down to like the pea shooter as sort of this really minimal pixel version that's on some, like they actually show some of these sprites in all the different variations from real low res, the old portables and handhelds, and to sort of the modern stuff, and you see that nice evolution of how much more much better the art has become over time, and just higher fidelity. So yeah, I mean, it's Plants vs Zombies. You cannot go wrong with Plants vs Zombies. It was great back then, still great now. There's PvP, there's co-op, there's a bunch of cool stuff that you can do. Yeah, I've played it. Like I said, I've played it both on Switch too and on the Steam Deck, and it works perfect in both. And it's got game share, which is actually really neat too if you want to play that way, that is really cool, because when you're playing the multiplayer stuff, you want to be able to, you don't necessarily want to have to purchase a second copy. And it just works. Like game share for the Switch 2, it is bogglingly cool at how efficient it is, and this isn't a demanding game, but it works great with game share. So yeah, it's got a little bit of everything, and it's the old one with some quality of life improvements.
It's cool to just see all this stuff again, like to be reminded that this game has a co-op mode and has these sort of mini games and challenges and stuff in it.
Oh, the bowling mini game is still one of my favorites. It's like you get the bowling game, and then
it is wild to think that there's like a whole generation that like doesn't know that this game exists.
Yep.
And like this is like started the love of tower defenses for a
it really did. Yeah, this is the OG. Yeah, it's like this and like Field Runners were like the OG. But this genre specifically this game in the genre specifically was really good. And yeah, you mentioned it, like my nephews are huge Plants vs Zombies fans. They're like 9 and 10. But they've never played the original Plants vs Zombies because they can't get it. They don't have an older device. They have a Switch, and they have iPads, and they have a PlayStation 5. And guess what's not on those? That original Plants vs Zombies game. It's not really on those. So yeah, it's cool. No, this is great. They're going to be excited in playing this original one. And I like that it's not like free to play. Some of that stuff that's on there, it's just that original game. It's like, here you go, just play it. Knock the cans off the top of the heads, knock the pylons off the zombies' heads, and have fun with it. So, yeah, it's cool. Plants vs Zombies, it's back, and it's still just as good as you remember it, not just on the device that you want to play it on. So.